Hey folks, welcome to another Jurassic Collectibles review. Tonight we're taking a look at the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Reimagined Chopper Chase pack. And this pack really encapsulates my issue with the Jurassic World Reimagined line, because we finally get an ACU trooper and he's in the wrong colours because he's part of the Reimagined line. Why, Mattel? Why? Beyond that, we are going to take a look at this objectively. I'm not a huge fan of the helicopter, but we will see if it's better when it's out the box. I do think the bright red colour for the Atrociraptor down here looks pretty cool, and I like how the packaging has got the same design language as the Barry set we received earlier last year. You can see on the back of the box you've got the pilot, the Atrociraptor, the helicopter, advertisement for the scan app, the fact the helicopter shoots, the fact the figure has a removable helmet, and also the Carnotaurus. So this is definitely a mixed bag. I mean, there's stuff to like about this set, I would say, stuff to dislike. So we are just going to get in here and take a closer look. So let's get all of this out. Let's take a look at what we have got. Okay, so here is everything out of the packaging. You can see that actually does look like quite a cool playset. I do quite like the presentation of all of that. We are going to start to get bits and pieces out here. First, the Atrociraptor. Okay, it's a good sculpt at least. It's a good looking figure. We're going to get our ACU trooper out. Man, this figure makes me sad. We are going to get the ridiculous weapon that the ACU trooper comes with, and we will come on to that in a moment. Again, bit of a weird decision to say the least. His helmet. That is a cool looking helmet, but it's made of a material I did not quite expect. Wow, that is interesting. We'll leave that to the side. We have got a rubber band to cut just here. And that frees this. We have then got our landing skids on the back of the packaging. Which are freed. They are quite a beefy set of skids. They've actually got some foot pegs on them. That's interesting. We have got the upper section of the chopper, the tail of the chopper, the sort of weapons pods that go on either side, and the missile. So I'm assuming the skids go on this way. Yeah. Doesn't really feel like it's that secure, but it's in. Our missile goes in the front. These go in here on either side. Let's just... Okay, cool. And then this, I'm assuming, attaches like that. Okay, so very simple assembly, which is always a good thing for a set like this. So let's take a closer look at what we've got here. So you can see we have got a helicopter, an ACU pilot, and an Atrociraptor. We'll take a look at the Atrociraptor first. So this is nothing new. It is a red and black Atrociraptor, so new colour scheme, but it is a sculpt we've seen before. I do really like the kind of paint apps for going over the mouth there, going down the neck. The kind of black patterning looks really good. It's a very, very vibrant toy, which is quite cool. You can see we've got a DNA scan code. So all in all, not a bad version of the Velociraptor, or the Atrociraptor even. The ACU trooper looks to largely have some new sculpting. I think the ACU torso is new. Yeah, looks pretty decent. We've got the high, sort of ankle-high boots. We've got the arms. Even the arms have got the ACU logos on them, which is very, very cool and makes this even more disappointing. So they've gone as far as sculpting the ACU into the sleeves, but then the trooper is the wrong colour. He's got the red, this should be blue, you should have the grey armour and you should have the grey legs, and this would have looked so good, but instead it's just inaccurate and disappointing. I like that we've got a new head sculpt. I did wonder if it was based on any film characters, but I don't think it is. It might possibly be a Mattel designer. We then have got the same weapon that came with Ray Arnold. I hate this weapon. I really wish he'd come with a shock stick or a tranquilizer rifle, so we are gonna throw that to the side for now. But like I say, the ACU Trooper is cool. You could repaint this and make a really good looking ACU Trooper. And the fact it even has the little shoulder indentation makes me so sad that this isn't actually a proper ACU Trooper figure, because it could have been really, really cool. And I would have probably bought multiples if it was. We do have this helmet that fits on the figure's head, as you can see. I'm bringing it a bit closer. There is a little Jurassic World logo just on the helmet there. So that is cool. I mean, it looks decent enough for a human character included in the set, but just knowing what it could have been makes it more disappointing, because if this was a traditional Legacy Collection set, this would have been an accurate colour scheme. And then lastly, we have got the helicopter itself. The helicopter has got 2 rotor blades on top. It's got this funky little tail section with orange patterning. This is obviously inspired by the classic Jurassic Park helicopter toy. We have got obviously a shooting missile launcher down here, so we can press and shoot, which makes sense. You've got the little sort of like shark mouth details from that original Jurassic Park helicopter, the kind of engines or bombs or whatever you want to call them on the sides, plenty of black paint apps for the sort of helicopter details, and then actually a really detailed cockpit, as you can see just there, with plenty of detail, including a joystick and a lever on the side, which would be like an ejector lever for your figure to sit in. And it almost looks like at one point in time the seat was going to be removable, because it is sculpted in separately. So I do wonder if maybe there was going to be an ejector seat in this at one point in time. That would have been quite cool to see. We can plug our figure in, sit him down, make sure that he is firmly in place, and that clip is going to hold him firmly in place. And we can then close the cockpit and the figure does fit in place. There is a spot to store his weapon, like there was on the Jeep, but like I say, I hate this weapon. I don't know why. It just looks so stupid like that. But with all of that said, when we bring the other Atrociraptor back in, that is the playset in its entirety. I think it's a decent enough idea, but the execution just needed working on here. I mean, you've got an original ACU Trooper, so this could have been a really cool figure, but instead, unfortunately, it is just discoloured. It's just a mismatch of different things that I feel don't really work together. The helicopter is a nice attempt at a tribute to classic Jurassic, but I don't think it quite lands. I think in this beige colour scheme, if this had been a Biosyn themed set with a Biosyn operative, Biosyn logos on the helicopter, it probably would have worked a lot better. So it's safe to say I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't think it's a big deal if you miss out on this one, guys, but I am curious as to what you think. Is this a set you've picked up, and do you like it? Let me know in the comments below. As always, like, favourite and subscribe, and until the next video, take care and have a great week.